Hello friends, it's Cassandra. So, I don't know if you could tell, I've been diagnosed with ADHD. Yes, ADHD is the umbrella term, and then it's separate into sections. Yeah. Anyway, I'm still learning a lot about it, as you can tell. So, your girl now has 3 mental illnesses: depression, anxiety, and ADHD. So that's cool. It also explains why school's been very hard for me ever since I've come to college. Basically, coming to college, I've had an especially hard time focusing on my homework. There's a ton of reading in college, especially, you know, as a writing major. Yeah, I need to be a good reader, right? Well, so I am a good reader, right? Like, we've talked about this. I have books. I have so many books. I love to read. I just read a book in 2 days, and I read half a book today, and you know, like, I love to read. That's like my passion, right? That's why I'm going into English and writing and all that jazz. But then, you know, I read for school, and 2 pages in and I'm out. I'm asleep. It's over. I was like, this isn't right. Like, I know I sometimes get tired when I'm reading stuff, and like, I know some of these are like very scholarly, like boring, like, wow, you've really gotta focus on what I'm reading here. But like, there were a lot of things that were actually like very intriguing readings, and like things I like cared about and I wanted to read more of, and I just couldn't do it. I tried being in a very uncomfortable chair and reading, and I tried reading out loud, and I tried audiobooks, and I tried standing up, and it, like, nothing worked. And I'd go to write papers, and I couldn't, I don't know, like, I've never struggled with something like this before. And so, you know, I thought my senior year, it had crossed my mind, like, what if I have like ADHD or something? And I was like, no, it's not a big deal. It's probably just like part of my anxiety or whatever, just like affecting me in similar ways. And so, you know, like, I never really looked into it. I started therapy, right, my 2nd semester of college, and my counselor was like, did you say you had ADHD? And I was like, no, I don't. And she was like, interesting, well, maybe you want to look into that. And I was like, okay, I'll think about it, I don't know. And then I actually went to go see one of my teachers for a meeting, because I had fallen like really far behind in his class, and I was like, I'm not going to pass this class, I need to talk to my teacher about this. Anyway, and he was talking to me, and he was like, have you thought about, you know, ADHD, like, is that something you've thought about? And I was like, no, but my, like, counselor just mentioned that to me earlier today. And so it was like, I was just all these things like clicking into place, and he was talking to me about it, and I was like, this makes so much sense, like, what, this is wild. And so I took a test at the school that said I was like highly probable or something for like ADHD. And anyway, then over spring break I brought it to my psychiatrist, and she like looked over the results, and she talked to me about it, and she's like, yeah, we should treat this. So now I have medication for that, which is wow. So yeah, like, college has been really hard, and apparently like college is when a lot of girls will find out they have ADHD. I don't know why that is. It's something that you've like had your whole life. You don't just like all of a sudden get it. And like, looking back on my life, I'm like, oh, I totally see that. And like, there's little places where I'm like, that makes sense. That's just been interesting, like, looking back and seeing, like, I guess how everything falls into place once you know what's actually going on. But it doesn't help with like the issues at the present. Like, you know, being knowledgeable about like what's wrong with you, I guess, you know, it's a step in the right direction to figuring things out and being better. But I'm still having a really hard time. So I'm out of school, right? I think I talked about that in my last video. I'm technically on summer vacation. However, I've been so behind in my classes that I'm still doing homework, and I will be pretty much all of May working and turning stuff in, just because I've been so far behind. And Yeah, so that's like not good. I don't really have any like good things to fix it. I'm trying new things, and I want to be good at college. Like, that's what's so frustrating about it for me, is like, I know I'm smart, I know I like learning, like, I know the things I'm struggling with, I know I can do them, but at the same time, like, I can't. So yeah, I haven't figured everything out on like how I'm gonna be a good student with ADHD, you know, like first semester I was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna be a good student with depression, and then like my anxiety was just like really awful. So second semester I was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna be a good student with anxiety, and then I was like, oh, I have ADHD, that's why I still suck at college. So that's what hopefully this summer is gonna do for me, is figure out how to be a good student with ADHD. So if you like have any good study tips or anything good focusing tips, put them in the comments. Let me know. Let's share. Let's be supportive. Let's be helpful. Right? That's what we're for. We're gonna help each other out, and that's what matters. I kind of wanted to give you that update. Next week's video will also be another update, most likely. A lot of things have happened. I know I've been very absent, but a lot of things have happened, and if you follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, you probably know some of those things already, but I will share them in more detail with you in a video. Oh, also, I have a new Instagram username thing. I figured out how to change it, so that's also Cassandra's Pocket. So Cassandra's Pocket on Instagram, Cassie's Pocket on Twitter, and yeah. That all being said, embrace the awkward life, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hair's really bothering me, because look, it's like almost a middle part, but like not quite. And I can't do a middle part, because we've talked about this. I look like Dwight Schrute. Hello. I swear, like, my eyes got smaller when I did that. What was I saying before this? Oh, I'm on so much medication, I'm not kidding you. I had a dream that an old lady moved in and was roommates with me, and we had the same, like, medicine schedule. Like, we'd, like, remind each other, like, oh, did you take your pills this morning? And it was wild. It was... yeah, anyway. That's beside the point.